There have been a couple of high-profile investigations led by Toronto police, and we have seen an increase in these types of cases in the Greater Toronto area. Right now, there are dozens of cases being investigated. Title fraud, by definition, is when a scammer steals the title to your home. Now, they can sell your home or they can apply for a new mortgage against it, and they get the ball rolling with identity theft.
My colleagues and I almost call it an epidemic.
Brian King has been tasked by insurance companies with investigating suspected cases of title fraud.
In the Greater Toronto area, there's between 4 to 6 organized groups that are working.
What fraudsters are after are properties that are unoccupied, have high equity value, are mortgage-free, or carry a low mortgage.
Once they target the home, then they research the homeowner. And they create and manufacture identification that is good enough to fool the lawyers, real estate agents.
According to King, the ringleaders are rarely front and center, often paying stand-ins to portray homeowners.
Well, there are so many people who are involved in the transaction, whether you are purchasing a home or you're selling a home. We've got lawyers, we've got realtors, we've got a mortgage broker. So is there any one person that bears the most responsibility here?
That's a tough question to answer. Personally, I feel that some more work can be done with respect to identification verification.
A case King recently took on involved a couple who moved to England for work, deciding to lease their property.
Fraudsters targeted this home once they saw the advertising for the leasing of it, created false identity, leased the home, and within a couple of weeks of it being leased, they had listed it for sale.
Worth around $2.2 million, it went for under asking at $1.7 million.
The new homeowners, unsuspecting, renovated the home completely afterwards, to a point that when we sent photos to the homeowners in England, they didn't even recognize the home as theirs.
Hijacking your home can take months of planning, according to veteran mortgage broker Ron Alfonso.
These people would be either former lawyers, people who have worked in the system for the land registry company, or real estate agents who've done it for years and years. So they know exactly what to do.
And that's resulted in an increase in claims.
It absolutely has been accelerated by the virtual environment that we live in. I think the pandemic, not only because now we live in an environment where we don't go and meet people, we also don't know the people that we're dealing with.
Now, I had the chance to speak with a lot of people for this story, but not everyone was comfortable with being on camera and sharing their stories. But one person I spoke with told me that they did not have title insurance when this happened to them. They paid out of pocket thousands of dollars to cover lawyers and ultimately to prove that a fraud had actually occurred. They said the process to get their title back was so expensive and so time-consuming that they just couldn't imagine most people being able to afford it.